Hello, my name is Marvin Matthews. I'm a candidate for the master's program with Grand Canyon University. Today I'm presenting you with a presentation for you as educators on individualized support for students with mid to moderate disabilities. Some of those disabilities can include autism, high incidence, and reading disorder. This particular study that I will be presenting today will be focused on students between the grades of K through third grade. Again, my program is from Grand Canyon University. This particular course is SPED 508-0501, and today's date is May the 21st, 2025. My professor is Lisa Leitner. One of the things I want to start out before we get into those disabilities is to understand what FERPA means. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act is a federal law that affords parents the right to have access to their children's educational records, the right to seek to have the records amended, and the right to have some control over the disclosure of personal and identity information from educational records. This presentation will focus on the following today. My first disability will focus on autism spectrum disorder. My second will focus on high incidence disability. Defining these disabilities. Autism spectrum disability, in short, is a condition related to brain development that impacts how a person perceives and socializes with others. High incidence disabilities, it comprises large populations of students with disabilities, and that can include students with learning disabilities, attention deficit. High incidence disability refers to disabilities or needs that are higher in prevalence or sense more often. Specific learning disability in reading. This is the third one that I'll talk about a little bit more as we get into the presentation. But reading, it also focuses on dyslexia. And dyslexia is a specific learning disability that is a neurological or origin is characterized by difficulties with accurate influency recognizing by poor spelling, decoding. As we go into this presentation, let's talk about inclusive education showcases for both disabilities, understanding the unique learning needs for autism and high incidence. Autism unique needs can include safe environments, quiet spaces, structured activities, and predictable routines. As far as high incidence unique needs can include autism spectrum disorder, intellectual disorder, emotional and behavior disorder, as well as speech and language impairment, which is something that we'll talk about a little bit further as we get into the presentation. The resources that equips teachers to promote an inclusive classroom environment. So this is the meat to why we're here. I want to provide you guys with information that helps you to find resources, come up with ideas and solutions, and to collaborate with other people so that you'll be able to help your students that suffer from these particular disabilities. Some of the things that we think that the classroom must have: accessible infrastructure, assistive technology, learning materials and resources, community and parent involvement. I can't stress enough how important it is that we as a teacher involve the community and the parents, because after our kids leave our classroom, the parents are the next level of education. We want to make sure that they have the tools that they need to succeed. What are some of the causes for the following disabilities? Autism spectrum disorder. Autism spectrum disorder. While there are no causes for ASD, research indicates there are genetic and environmental risks and non-genetic influences that can cause autism. Children born to older parents who experience pregnancy and birth complications. And some of those characteristics can include discomfort with change, poor social skills, difficulty both verbal and nonverbal communication, and uncustomary gait and bodily movements. As we move on, The next disability I want to discuss is some of the causes for the following high incidence disability. High incidence disability records have shown that most patients that experience high incidence disability is recognized in the classroom more often than we think. Among some of the professionals that can assist students with this disorder can range from the following, but not limited to: physical and occupational therapists, social workers, speech language pathologists. What are some of the causes for the following? Disability for special learning disability in reading. Again, we talked a little bit about the dyslexia, and dyslexia is defined as a specific learning disability that are neurological in origin and is characterized by difficulties with accurate and fluent word recognition and by poor spelling and decoding abilities. The intervention is a key tool in helping kids with reading disorders. A list of activities and strategies proven to help are listed below. How do these disabilities affect the student in the classroom and their relationship with their peers? And we know as young kids prepare for school learning, these types of disabilities can have a profound effect on their ability to learn. Now, when it comes to autism, teachers must develop some form of strategy to make sure that they are meeting those students' needs. As we're working with children that are making the grade or comprehending and are listening and understanding the lesson plan, we need to make sure that we make special provisions for those kids that are suffering with autism. And the classrooms are designed for kids to collaborate on assignments and to participate in fun group activities. So even though we have kids that are experiencing these types of disabilities, we want to make sure that we are catering to the general students that are not, but as well as the ones that are. So keep that in mind. Below is a picture of kids working together to solve a problem where they all are participating. And this is what we want for all our kids. Regardless of the disability, we want to make sure that they interact with other kids and that they understand what they're doing and that they have an opportunity to learn from the experiences that they have each day in the classroom and that they interact with their other peers and their classmates. What I've provided you guys with here is a few resources. If you want to learn more about the different resources to help you to deal with kids with disability, jump on any one of these websites. And for each of those slides that I showed you guys earlier, there are websites in the body of those slides that get you specific information about the different disabilities that we spoke of today. Again, our job is supporting the student. And when we see a kid smile like this, and the teacher smiling lets the kids know that we do appreciate what they're doing and that we support them and they know that they can be well-rounded like the other kids. My conclusion is this presentation should provide resources for any teacher that has students that experience disabilities. And be sure to share this presentation with other educators that are looking for ways to enhance the learning of children with ASD, IHD, or reading issues. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.